My name is Mad Mark, and I watch a lot of crap, okay? I watch some terrible, terrible movies, and I do so with the hope of finding something that's better than the average Hollywood feature that comes out in the theaters or gets released on DVD. I'm not a big fan of a lot of your typical dramas and comedies and fart jokes and crap like that. So I watch a lot of crappy horror movies and sci-fi films in hopes of finding something good. And what I want to talk to you today about is The Rage. The Rage is a direct-to-DVD release, pretty much, that features some decent special effects. But for the most part, look, I don't know where this movie went so terribly wrong. I don't understand it. It had blood. It had guts. It had a mad scientist, mutants, zombies, mutant zombie buzzards. It had heavy metal music, Mushroom Head, bam, 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 thrashing along. And this movie just went into the toilet, and I don't know where. I think it was somewhere around the point where the escape mad's mutant zombie gets eaten by some buzzards, and they become mutated as a result. And there's a scene with Reggie Bannister from Phantasm that is just so insipid and annoyingly so that you're just like, stupid, 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 stupid. Anyway, not high on this film at all. We've got all these random cut scenes and all these random scenes thrown in that you have no idea what's going on, and you kind of do, but you don't like any of these people in the movie. So yeah, The Rage, not a recommendation for me. Probably 2.5 out of 5. If you're bored, it's pretty bloody, it's pretty gory, it's pretty violent. If that's all you're into, sure, watch it. Otherwise, I'd like to talk about some of the DVDs I've rented this month. Now, as I said, I maintain a blog on redcapjack.blogspot.com, so I've talked about some of these movies before. When I say that I've watched a lot of crap to find some good stuff, here is a great example. See, can you see that? Princess of Mars. Princess of Mars, produced by the Asylum. They do a lot of direct-to-DVD, Sci-Fi Channel knockoffs of some of the more popular formulas. They did Transmorphers. They did all these like Megafault, Shark vs. Octopus, yada yada blah blah blah. All right, you're not interested in that, but this movie, Princess of Mars, is based on the John Carter of Mars series from the early part of the 20th century. I liked it a lot. Antonio Sabata Jr. plays John Carter, and Tracy Lords is the titular Princess of Mars. And it was fun. It was a really fun movie with some pretty bad special effects, but nothing you haven't seen like in the 80s, or some bad CGI that occurs every once in a while. It was a fun adventure. It was actually pretty true to the series. Moving on. The next movie, another one that I've already seen and talked about on my blog, is Zombieland. My wife and I organized a zombie walk the night of Zombieland's premiere. Actually, the night after Zombieland's premiere, because we are busy working people with employment issues. You know, we work. And so we did it on a Saturday night instead of a Friday night. God, I feel old. Anyway, dressed as zombies, we went and saw Zombieland in the theater. Had a blast, an absolute blast. It's bloody, it's gory, it's about an apocalyptic world covered in zombies. And we follow this OCD kid who's scared of his own shadow, much less, runs away from all the violence and monsters, and has all these rules that he lives by to keep himself alive. He winds up running into Woody Harrelson, who plays pretty much his exact opposite. In turn, they run into some con girls. They make their way across to the West Coast. There's a nice cameo from Bill Murray. And this movie is hilarious. It's Zombieland! Next up, Bitch Slap. Bitch Slap is a throwback to the B movies of the 60s, 70s, you know, the Russ Meyer, very tantalizing films. It's about three hot chicks out in the desert trying to dig up some unknown treasure. A lot of crazy shit happens in this movie. It's totally off the wall. It's not something to take seriously. It's hilarious fun. I loved Bitch Slap. After renting it, I went out and bought it. The price hadn't even come down too much, but I thought it was worth it. I really like this movie. I'd like to show this movie to friends, so check out Bitch Slap when you get a chance. Alright, topping off this month's best movies is the one and only, he's super bad! He's out of sight! He's Black Dynamite! Played by Michael Jai White. He is absolutely perfect for this role. It's sort of a throwback to the blaxploitation films of, again, late 60s, early 70s. I love that era of filmmaking. It's very, very hardcore. They take a lot of risks and with the subject matter. Anyway, Black Dynamite is just so funny and so intelligently funny. I mean, it's not one of those parodies that relies on 101 fart jokes. This is one of those movies where you're finding all this small stuff to laugh at, and it's just freaking hilarious. Anyway, I'm going to top this list off with another package I picked up. Seeing as how this is my first vlog, I'd like to talk about Mill Creek Entertainment. Mill Creek tends to take a whole bunch of public domain films. They package them up in DVDs and whatever copy they have. It's bad sound quality, scratched film, the whole 9 yards. They package them up in these multi-movie DVD sets and they sell them. I picked up Gorehouse Greats this month. Can you see that? Gorehouse Greats. It's got 12 movies. That's a good dozen, and I got it for only $8 after taxes. It's got The Blood of Dracula's Castle, Blood Mania, Brain Twisters, The Devil's Hand, The Madman of Mandoris. Some people know this film better as They Saved Hitler's Brain. Like that. Nightmare in Wax, Prime Evil, Satan's Slave, Stanley, Terrified, Terror, and Trip with the Teacher. That's 12 movies for $8. Now, Mill Creek Entertainment also puts out all these other sets, like 50 horror movies or 100 horror movies for $10, $20, $30. I picked this up from Best Buy, where I usually find these special collections in the, you know, the horror movie section or the sci-fi section. And I pick up a lot of them. Great price. I mean, the quality's not great, but you pay for what you get, really. And that's the way it is in this world. Hours of entertainment, and I get to sift through a lot of crap in order to find some of the gems, like Princess of Mars, or earlier this week I saw Smash Cut, which wouldn't be a movie you'd think was great, and it was absolutely hilarious. Freaking an awesome movie. So I'm going to try this again if people actually like this format of me doing this blog. Thank you very much for taking your time to watch, and see you later. Oh, I guess I should end with like some sort of maniacal laughter. And that's all I have. Bye.